Well, good afternoon. Today I'm going on a little adventure and I'm going to go pick up my daughter from her mom, and we're meeting up in Caldwell, Texas. This is not my favorite place to meet up because there is absolutely no charging in Caldwell, and a lot of the roads on the way there are just kind of windy country roads, so there's very little charging on the way there. There's certainly no level 3 charging. But I already started out my day driving to Temple and back, so I'm all the way down at 16%. So I'm going to stop at the La Quinta Electrify America location in Seguin and find out just how long it takes to go from 16% to 100% battery, because I need the full pack to get there and back since I don't have charging when I get there. So let me get plugged in. I'll update you as we go. Alright, I've just plugged in at Electrify America. My battery is down at 16%. I've got 250 miles to do a round trip for a round trip today. So I'm going to drive out to Caldwell, Texas to pick up my daughter. 125 miles there, 125 miles back. So looks like almost an hour to get to 100%. It is 3:12 p.m. Let's find out if that's accurate. 23 minutes to 80%. That number is going to drop rapidly as the pack ramps up, so we'll see. I'm going to let this charge for a bit and we'll update you here in a few minutes. Looks like that number's come down a little bit. Now charging at 224 kilowatt and staying there. All right. So, incredibly busy day, a really busy weekend. Yesterday, I went to the San Antonio National Drive Electric Week event, and I had registered my car as a display car. And there was a pretty good turnout. I went a couple of years ago, and it was at the Pearl, and there was a lot of foot traffic there. But this was in an event space, the Boeing Tech Center on the southwest side of San Antonio, and it was a pretty good turnout. The San Antonio Electric Company, called CPS, had a lot of their vehicles there. They had an F-150 Lightning, they had a Bolt EUV, and Ford Mach-E, all wrapped with the company logos. And a lot of other people had brought their Teslas to display, to help educate folks. We had some really great couple with the Model X and the Model 3. Of course, there were a few Model S's there. And Hertz Rent-A-Car had some vehicles on display. They had brought a Polestar 2, Kia EV6, and a Model 3. And I was talking with a gentleman named Yves with the Hertz marketing department, and told him the story of Out of Spec Dave and how he and his wife had a terrible time renting a vehicle from them the other day. So he said he was going to go look up the video and see if he could find it, and definitely continue to make sure that everyone's educated on how to educate the public on renting a vehicle and charging the vehicle, and how, really giving people a good opinion of electric vehicles. He did say that currently 50% of the Hertz rental fleet is electric, and they aim to be 60% in the near future. So it's happening quickly for them. So that was a really great conversation. I kept my car on with the windows rolled down, had opened the trunk occasionally, and just let people wander up, and let a bunch of people sit in it and sit in the back seat, and really had a great time educating people about the basics. How far can this car go on a charge? How long does it take to charge? What about the battery and when the battery dies? And so we talked about all sorts of things, and it was really fun to educate people on that. Well, quick update. Looks like we've been plugged in for a good while now. We're already all the way at 92%, and still pushing 44 kilowatt. Feels pretty good for 92%. So I'm gonna have to let this go all the way to 100 so I can make my journey. Had a nice walk over to the McDonald's just around the corner, grabbed some fries, and had a conversation with a manager. Asked her about charging and if she thinks they might put some more in over there, but probably not, because the Electrify America is right here around the corner. But a great conversation. I need to turn the air conditioning on. What's wrong with me? We're getting close to the top of the pack, and at the top of the pack we're at 23 kilowatt. I've got 118 miles to my destination. So let's see, let's call it 240 mile round trip, and so I should have a 30-mile buffer. All right, let's do it. I think I'm gonna hop out and go unplug here in just a moment, as soon as it ticks over to 100%. All right, I've been plugged in for 42 minutes and 71 kilowatt hour delivered. $34 charging cost. Hopefully that'll still be free, even though I'm past the 30-minute free allowance that comes with the car. So interested to see what happens when I unplug. I normally get an email from Electrify America right after I unplug and get ready to leave. So you know, it's not that bad. I was really kind of frowning on this place at first. It is right next to the pool at this hotel. But right over there, the cars are lined up across the way. That's the McDonald's. So if you go, there's a little sidewalk right next to this road that goes to a convenience store and the McDonald's. So it's close enough to get something if you need to do a deep charge into your pack. But you know, most of the time you'll just be charging to just barely anything. You know, 5-10 minutes, and you're good to go for most of your for as far as you need to go. I stopped at the Round Rock chargers earlier for a full 5 minutes. There we go. We just ticked over 100% and the charger has stopped. So off we go. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great day.